Alright, this video gonna be about Yahshua Ben Pandora. That 20% of the real historical Jesus that's in the Bible. Alright. Now according to the Book of God by a dude named, they call himself True Islam. He dug up some documents in his book concerning Yahshua Ben Pandora, the real historical Jesus, basically, Messiah. Now he was saying that in his book that when the Templars were fighting over the body of Yahshua Ben Pandora, aka the Holy Grail, and see, the Templars were basically the pirates. They were Masons, but they were working for Pope Rome. And after discovering that Yahshua Ben Pandora was a black man, they cut their ties with the Pope. And the way they described him, they said he was deformed, he was short, his back had a look like an arch in it. And this is why I believe that they made a movie called Hunchback of Notre Dame to make mockery of the man, because he had righteousness in his heart, but it was just the way he looked. So it is with Hunchback of Notre Dame. This was a kind-hearted person, but shit, he just looked messed up. He was deformed. But now, according to some teachings from Elijah Muhammad, Elijah said that he was taught by Farad Muhammad that Yahshua Ben Pandora was a child born out of wedlock. And he was saying that because Mary was in such a stressful stage, this caused, see, no, wait a minute. He didn't say it caused the deformity. I'm guessing this is what caused the deformity. I mean, shit, back in them days, your ass have a baby out of wedlock, they stone you to death. They probably still do the shit over there. As far as I know, I don't know. But, so this one reason why it was hid in the scriptures that a ghost came up on her ass. Because Jesus, according to the Quran, was a sign of something to come. Even Prophet Muhammad, according to the Quran. So, shit, we know that the Greeks, Jesus, aka Serapis, we know there's no historical document as far as like shoes and clothes and shit, a body of the one that they represent. So we know that shit's some made up shit. The one that the slave masters gave to black people during slavery. But I'm speaking on the 20% that's in the Bible, the real historical Yahshua Ben Pandora. And Pandora is supposed to be, supposedly represent the panther skins. Or like in the high priest in ancient Egypt. So this says that Yahshua Ben Pandora was of the order of Melchizedek, or the high priest in Egypt. So when you read the Aquarian Gospels, and I done read the shit, it said that Jesus went to Egypt and was learned in the ways of the Egyptians. Alright, that's in the Aquarian Gospels of Jesus. So yeah, according to that, his ass was in the order of Melchizedek, or the priesthood of the Kemites. So, shit, I mean, you gotta think about it. In the Bible, it say that Jesus was able to, knowing their thoughts, he was able to escape from being stoned and, you know, shit, running in front of police and shit, officials looking for him. He was telepathic. So I'm pretty sure he was in the order of Melchizedek if he was telepathic. So, now, when they was fighting over this Holy Grail, what they call the Crusades, which is the Muslims and the Christians. The Templars said, fuck this shit. You mean tell me this who we fight for? This little short This nigga, we fight for this little short ass nigga. Cause from what I was reading, it was saying that he was a short man. Small. But they wanna have that shit. They like, I ain't finna fight over those niggas. We ain't fucking with you no more, Pope. See, now if anybody know anything about the Pope, when you research the Pope, I don't know if he worshiping this Black Madonna or what, but I done seen his ass bending over, bowing and kissing a damn statue of a black woman and a black child. And they call that the Black Madonna, which is supposed to represent Jesus, baby Jesus, and Mary. Or Isis and Heru. Or Horus, baby Horus. Because it all started in Egypt. Almost all religions that people are into actually came from ancient Kemet. Egypt, which is a Greek word for Kemet. So, people may shit on the way that the Egyptians taught stuff, but guess what? If it wasn't for Egypt, your ass wouldn't even have a religion. That go for Christianity, that go for Islam, that go for Buddhism, that go for all that shit. I don't give a fuck what religion you in. If it was not for the Egyptians, y'all ass wouldn't have none of that shit, because all religions come from some type of system that the Egyptians displayed. Okay, all religions. I don't give a fuck. Even the Muslims bowing down and shit on their hands and they face on the ground. It was the Kemites doing that first. Even the Christians with Jesus walking on water and shit and the virgin birth. That shit come from the Kemites. With Isis, Osiris, and Horus, or Heru. That come from that. Alright? Even the devil, that come from shit, the Kemites, cause you had Set. He was the god of the underworld. Alright, so I don't give a shit what religion your ass in. It's a fragment of what the Egyptians, their spiritual system was. That's what it is. If you don't know that, then you have not done no research. You got to research it for yourself. Quit going on what people say. Go to the roots. There is no tomb that people found of Jesus, except the Pope and all the Templars and shit. They know about it. But there's no tomb of that Serapis Jesus that the Greeks introduced, the European Greeks introduced to us, okay, through traditions passed on down through slavery. There is no damn tomb, no nothing. Alright? There's no tomb that nobody found of Prophet Muhammad. Okay? Nowhere. So, who really knows? Now, we know it's tombs of Thutmose. We know it's tombs of Akhenaten. We know it's tombs of King Tut. Alright, we know this shit existed. Because it's there, it's concrete. You can go touch it, you can go see it. Alright? So we know this shit existed. So let's go to what we know. Fuck the belief shit. Now we know that the Egyptians taught the Greeks. Okay, we know that shit. It was a remnant of the Egyptians that taught them. You can say it was the Etruscans or what, but the Etruscans are descendants, and they actually came from Egypt. They just migrated and went their own way. Okay, because they was with basically they was with Akhenaten's policy, the non-aggression policy. So they branched off and they went their way. Alright, so this how you get the original Greeks, the Etruscans. Greeks, I mean, you gotta think about it. The original Greeks, wait, man, let me rephrase this. The European Greeks, even though we know based off history, not to be racist or nothing, but based off history, they were the cave dwellers. Also based off the Quran, there's a surah, a chapter called The Cave, where it talks about how they lived when they was in the cave and shit. How they had the dog in the front entrance. And how, like, basically, how terrible they looked at during that stage. That had you saw them, you would have turned around and ran in fright. But we know they were the cave dwellers. So ain't no cave dwellers coming out no fucking caves speaking no goddamn Greek language. The Greek language is actually a African language. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. All right? Because it was the African Etruscan Greeks that taught the European Greeks how to speak. Okay? Didn't no cave dweller come out no goddamn cave speaking no language. They was grunting and shit with the animals. So think about that. And this also goes with the Latin language. The Latin language was taught by the original black people, which were the Moors. The Moors, okay? That's who taught Latin. They didn't know how to speak no Latin. Shit, we gave them everything. They just brainwashed the shit out of us. God made man. Or God made gods. Y'all the bruh made man. The jealous God made man. Slave master made niggas. So that mean dead, lifeless, or neutral. Don't mean black. That Spanish shit is new. Alright? And that shit was taught too by black people Spanish. Because it was the Moors. Okay? From Spain, from Morocco, all up in Italy. Teaching shit. Because the Moors were the custodians of the Egyptians' high priest order. They were the ones that kept the knowledge flowing. Read George G. and James' book, Stolen Legacy. So people shit on the Moors today. I'm talking about the ancient Moors, not the modern day Moors. They don't know shit like the ancient Moors did. Otherwise, we would not be reaching and searching for shit like we always doing. The ancient Moors, they were into what they call Sufism. Sufism is actually the esoteric teachings of Islam. It's the true teachings of Islam. What the majority get is exoteric, which is for the public. Basically to control you. Keep you humble and shit, keep you calm, you know, make you a good servant, make you a good citizen type shit. But the Sufis, they study all that occult, hidden shit that the Egyptians taught. So this is where you get that from. It was passed down from the Egyptians. And the Moors and Egyptians were one and the same. I'm talking the ancient Moors now, not modern day dealing with all this law shit. That's something totally different from the way we dealt in the ancient world. Totally different. But back on Yahshua Ben Pandora. See, Yahshua Ben Pandora was a revolutionary. He was militant. So the part of when you read in the Bible where Jesus say, go get your sword and shit. I mean, go get sell your jacket. Even you gotta sell your coat. He said, get you a sword. That's the 20% in the Bible. That's some of the 20% of the real historical Yahshua Ben Pandora. But then somebody twisted the words up and made him turn to a damn sissy. After one of his disciples cut the ear off somebody, he picks it up and stick it back on their head and they come back together like some magical shit. So they didn't water Jesus, Yahshua Ben Pandora down, turn him into an old sissy after he was revolutionary. But all in reality, the real historical Yahshua Ben Pandora was a motherfucking gangster. He was the original gangster. Ran from the police for 23 years. They had all types of images of him where people had been drawing his face, sticking shit on trees, wanted dead or alive. They were sick of his shit because he was trying to destroy the money currency. He was against what the white Jews or the European Jews was doing, trying to get money currency started. Because he knew that money was cause enslavement to debt. So this is why when you read in the Bible that for the love of money is the root of all evil. He wasn't just saying this shit for just to be shooting shit out his ass. This is what it is. He knew that money is the root of all evil. So when you research like the places like Agartha, aka what people call hell, which is actually a perfect place of harmony and peace, you'll find out they don't even use money. Ain't no such thing as money currency. And they live in perfect harmony. Alright? This is why I say, send me to hell. Send me to the hollow earth. Send me where all my ancient ancestors went. Send me where the Lemurians went. Send me where the Atlanteans went. Send me where the Carthaginians went. Send me where them ancient Twas went. Send me where them ancient original Chinese, them ancient black Chinese went. Alright, the Shang Tang dynasty, the last black Chinese dynasty went. That's where they went, goddammit. That Shang Tang dynasty, they didn't just die off. Them original Chinese, they didn't just evaporate off the fucking planet. They went straight to the hollow earth. All right? And it was them Shang Tang. It was that Shang Tang dynasty, those black Chinese that taught those yellow Chinese today. Them way of life as far as like preserving Tai Chi, Manchu arts and martial arts. It was them. It was the original black people that came from ancient Egypt. So when you look on the walls of Egypt, you see all these hieroglyphs and shit on there. You see them doing wrestling moves, what they call that shit, judo. You see them doing martial arts. See them doing all this amazing shit. Because that's what we was doing. We was working it, baby. In ancient Egypt. That's why I say nothing is new under the sun. Y'all just rediscovering shit. That's it. And it's so bad to the point our minds been shut off from Earth. We rediscovering ourselves as far as melanated beings on the planet. So, thought I'd give y'all a quick summary on Yahshua Ben Pandora, the revolutionary, the original gangster, the one that was running from the law for a long period of time. They couldn't fuck with him. You know why they can't catch him? Because he was telepathic. He could tune in on their thoughts. He already knew what they was thinking before they even came. Now that's a real man. All right? He was one man. And yet everybody say they want to be like Jesus. If you really want to be like the historical Yahshua Ben Pandora, that's a big price being like him. Big price. Your ass got to run from the law. You got to be just trying to destroy the money currency. You got to be able to stand in front of people and tell the truth no matter the consequence. He didn't give a fuck. He was brutal with that truth. That's why they was at his ass. Okay? One man. Okay? One man. One man. See, let me say this. See, the Templars, the only reason they was able to see his body is because the Egyptians had his body embalmed. Okay? The Egyptians are masters at embalming. They embalmed the body to look like it originally did, to last up to like 8,000 years. Okay? That's how good they were at preserving the body. So, this is why the Templars were able to see it. The body of the Messiah. Okay? Yahshua Ben Pandora. This is why they was able to see it and view it. But they were like, we ain't about to, hell no. We ain't going for that shit. Not this nigga, no. It just wasn't in their nature. But the Pope, being a man of wisdom, even though he got wicked shit he do, you know, nowadays, they done caught these popes fucking with little children and all types of nasty shit. They big pedophiles, and that shit started in Greece. Back when the Europeans was straight out the caves. I mean, that was fucked. I mean, this shit ain't really, it shouldn't be too hard to understand. Like if a person just coming out the caves and shit, like I said, this ain't racism. This shit is straight documented facts. You can read, what book is that in? It's in one of the, it's in, I can't think of the name of the book. But the Egyptians talked about how they messed around and created a non-original man. They called him the Temahu or some shit. And they said it was the worst thing they ever did. So, in so many words, the shit ain't too far-fetched for me to see the Greeks, like that culture they was straight homosexual, doing all types of filthy shit. Cause they were straight out the caves, and in the caves they were fucking dogs. Probably fucking monkeys too. They didn't know how to bury their dead. Didn't know how to cook the food. Okay? Shit, when they discovered fire and it burnt, they act crazy and shit. So, they were sleeping in trees while the wives and shit and the family slept in the cave to protect them. They had the dog as a protector. That shit in the Quran. Read all the Quran. It's chapter 18, the cave. It gives you a quick, brief summary on how they lived when they was in the cave. Okay? So, I ain't making up none of this shit. I'm only spewing out shit that I've read. This is why I love to give out book references. Okay? So y'all can go research the shit for y'all self. Therefore, nobody can say, oh, this nigga making this shit up. Bitch, for what? I ain't gotta make up shit. Go research it yourself. But no disrespect to y'all. Y'all just gotta go research it yourself. Until then,